In the world of comic books and superhero lore, one name stands tall above all others: Superman. Born on the doomed planet of Krypton and rocketed to Earth, Superman has long been the ultimate symbol of hope and heroism. However, as powerful as the Man of Steel is, he faces a formidable gallery of foes determined to bring him to his knees. Today, we delve deep into this pantheon of villains to uncover who is the real threat to Superman. To understand the true nature of these adversaries, we must first consider the one who, despite his lack of superpowers, has stood as Superman's arch-nemesis from the beginning. Lex Luthor, a man driven by an insatiable lust for power and a belief in human superiority over alien intervention, is arguably the greatest threat Superman has ever faced. Luthor's unparalleled genius and wealth afford him the resources to challenge Superman repeatedly, employing technology, manipulation, and sheer cunning to outsmart and outmaneuver the hero. His deep-seated envy and ideological obsession with surpassing Superman make him a constant and ever-evolving threat. Yet Lex Luthor is only the beginning. Among the ranks of Superman's adversaries is Brainiac, a villain who stands in stark contrast to Luthor's human motivations. As an advanced artificial intelligence with a penchant for collecting worlds, Brainiac seeks to add Earth to his twisted collection. His intellect rivals Luthor's, but with the added dangers of alien technology and a dispassionate, cold calculation. Brainiac's relentless drive to assimilate and destroy civilizations presents a cosmic-scale threat, challenging Superman not just physically, but intellectually, as he battles to preserve not only his home, but countless others. Descending from the distant corners of the cosmos, another grave threat comes in the form of General Zod. A remnant of Krypton's militaristic past, Zod embodies the darker sides of Kryptonian legacy. Fueled by a firm belief in his own superiority and entitled to rule, Zod's intimate knowledge of Kryptonian science and combat makes him a lethal adversary. Unlike many foes, he possesses the same powers as Superman, making their conflicts ones of equals, where willpower and moral fortitude often make the difference. Zod's aspirations to conquer Earth pose a catastrophic threat, one not just to Superman, but to humanity at large. Moreover, we cannot overlook the monstrous force known as Doomsday, a being bred and engineered to adapt and kill. Doomsday has earned infamy across the galaxy for his apparent invincibility and destructive impulse. The monumental battle between Superman and Doomsday became iconic, illustrating the depths of sacrifice Superman is willing to endure. With each encounter, Doomsday becomes more dangerous, pushing Superman to his physical limits and often forcing him to confront the very edge of heroism and mortality. Galactic piety plays a role as well, in the form of Darkseid, ruler of the desolate world Apokolips. More than a mere physical threat, Darkseid's quest for the anti-life equation holds the potential to enslave free will across the universe. His tyrannical ambitions transcend the simple conquest. They aspire to end hope itself. In Darkseid, Superman faces a foe of supreme power and ideological darkness, whose presence alone can invoke fear and despair. In these varied adversaries, strengths and motives, a tapestry of conflict is woven, each threat presenting unique challenges. While Luthor attacks with intellect and human tenacity, others like Brainiac, Zod, Doomsday, and Darkseid invoke the very weight of cosmic struggle and introspection into the essence of good and evil. Yet perhaps the greatest threat to Superman does not stem from any single villain, but rather from the constant interplay between power, responsibility, and humanity. Each adventure unearths vulnerabilities, not in terms of weaknesses, but in the emotional resolve required to continue fighting, to remain steadfast in the preservation of life and justice, despite insurmountable odds. In conclusion, Superman's rogues gallery may seem an insurmountable array of challenges, each villain more menacing than the last. But the real threat lies beyond just their might and cunning. It lies in what they collectively represent. They challenge Superman's values, his beliefs, and his very role in the world, forcing him to endlessly define what it means to be a hero. As long as Superman rises to face them, they coalesce not as enemies that aim to destroy, but rather as trials that keep proving what makes the Man of Steel truly super. Love superheroes? Make sure to subscribe for more.